Grayson has a thing about his face.
So we are having many days of cool weather. Um, and the sun, well, I can feel the UV rays, but I don't see any sun really. I see the shine in the sky, but the wind is more obvious, right? So I was walking through the garden and I realized I had not updated on this. Finally did something. So we now have banana, right? But look how tall. And do you know, guys, I went to a friend's house recently and I got some more plants. And she has a banana tree in her yard. Nothing like it. It's way taller than this one is. It's huge, right? But anyway, yeah. So I was very pleased to notice that we're going to get our first crop of bananas, right? Strangely, when I got this was a planting, and the person who cut the seedling, the sucker, said the shorter, I guess, as low as this you cut it, the better it is. So we did, but when it came, let me show you what it looked like. It looks like this one. See how this one is struggling, and it's the same thing. That one, that's the same way it behaved. Came up eventually, you guys can see it, but this came the same time as this. I'm not sure what's the problem, but I noticed this side, it doesn't grow the things as fast as the back, and the difference is in the soil, right? So that's worth observing. The other thing I wanted to mention is I just tossed another pumpkin that, I mean, it stayed, I guess, until it just busted open and it was stink like the other one. But I just cut these two pumpkins. As I said, we do it for the cats as well as ourselves. So we will see. This I'll have to destroy, because based on what I'm seeing on the leaves, I'm not gonna get much of anything from it. So I'm gonna destroy this patch from here and move these. Maybe move these in. I'm not sure. No, they said move the area, so I think I'm gonna move the area. Yeah, this baby mother is acting. Anyway, because they were tearing the place down, and the only time they're barking like that is when people come near the yard. So if someone comes to the property nearby or behind, they'll point and stand, stare in that direction and just go crazy. Last night they were doing that to the back of the tank. So I'm assuming, I think, and I strongly believe someone is in the yard last night, based on how they, and the baby mother, the one that have the baby already, she was going crazy. Right, yeah. So we got our two pumpkins. As I said, I'm trying to sort out my garbage heap, but we're not going to talk about that. So this is now is the update on the other side of the property. So this is it. I showed you guys the lime trees. So this is I think I got 3 plantains and a banana. 3 banana and 1 plantain, yeah. So this is one. I got some pine. So this is pine. But what I'm realizing is that, and you guys see that I haven't done a lot of chopping, because all of here is cassava. So if I chop, and I think I'm going to try and chop that because it's so high, I can stay next door and see into this property, and I want to be able to do that. All right. So we did a lot of planting. Everybody helped with that Oh, I didn't realize. Because I knew the amber was missing a pine, but I didn't realize that planted it so close to this banana tree. And I waited a while ago and didn't realize. Yeah, so this is the next property. And this is what we did. So have two of the, I think it's two bananas there. And then one of these, I think this one is the planting. So the root is left. So let's see what happens with the rest of it. And the last one is there. And you can see, so we take up the sticks, we just toss them next door. Well, toss them to the side of the property. Kind of create a barrier. Yeah, going all the way up. And let me show you. Yeah. So imagine a morning like this, cool, and a scenery like this. So the road, there is a road. So I have a corner lot technically. And then there's another, my neighbor's property across what this road would be. Yep. And she has a nice view. She'll have a nice backyard view. Yeah, but look at this. Every single, I'm encouraged, and I mean like life encouragement. People look at this and they call it, a comparison was made recently about me living like a peasant. Yes, peasant. So I'm living like a peasant, people. And as a peasant in Ghana, I'm enjoying 4 plots burdened with cassava and maize and plantains and bananas and kalu and oh, my cabbage is coming. So my cabbage is coming up. I noticed the carrots, of course. I have lime trees, lemon trees, coconut trees. But you know, guys, I have to do the landscaping at the same time. So I have palm trees. I got some palm trees daily. So I'm doing all of that. So by the time we're finished with these properties, and this one definitely up, because my older daughter she just keeps talking about building. So I figure we'll soon have to prepare for the building. We have some of these things. Let me see if I can. Yeah, these there. I remember when I used to spend a lot of time watching those survivalist shows. They used to dig up these little ant hills and wet them, crush them and wet them and mix them with it, because it's mud. It really is mud, and it's strong, because this thing is surviving despite, you know, it's surviving. But this is interesting. I don't think we want to lose the trees here. So look at the amount of big trees. It makes this area very cool. So can you imagine when all of this is sorted? I have a vision of what all of this will look like when I finally clear up, leave the trees. We have this hammock, you know, that we brought. We got it. I'm trying to remember if it's a thrift store or somebody actually gave it to us. I can't remember. And I have the vision of, you know, stringing that hammock between those 2 trees over there or elsewhere. I don't know how long the strings are, but can you imagine laying down under this? Yeah, priceless. So I guess people have different ideas of peasantry. If this is peasantry, I'm all for it. And I guess other persons who are planning to come here, you'll understand that. But this is my little update.
Sterling. You're good to go.
My little update. I shook a while ago, but I'm gonna try and clean up that area, really. So this is just a discussion. It was really an update on the things I planted recently nearby on the other property, and just a walk about. This is the new potato hill, the mount. I don't know how much is in it. I'm hoping everything stays inside. But guess what? Rain came some weeks ago. But to be honest, apart from some little drizzling at night and drizzling not enough to mess to you know, take the dryness out of the dirt, we haven't had any heavy rains. And here I was waiting until we got some so that I could dig the post for the property, but not working. Again, pumpkin peeping out there. I see another one somewhere nearby. Yeah, it's somewhere in there. Yeah, and then these round little ones, I wonder if they're going to be as yellow as the ones we saw. Yeah, another one. And I see some coming up. I also tossed some seeds next door. And I need somebody to tell me this. I don't know much about corn. When I was in Jamaica, all I did was put a little hole, drop them in, and them grow up and I get corn. Here I did the same thing, but I noticed that I've seen it on other properties and it just comes up thick and nice. Here is like the struggle. This is probably the best one I've seen so in terms of, and all of them were planted at the same time. So look at the difference in the height, the strength of the root, and it's totally different. And that one in the back. So I don't know if it's my basil. My basil don't look healthy. I'm gonna ask my and even I need to look at this tomato because it doesn't look healthy either. I don't know. Yeah, look here. I wonder if it's because somebody said one time, so somebody can tell me if this is true, that I don't know what happened here. Is that the root is rotting? Would this be because of, I need to know what is causing this, you see? So this one, the mole, I need to look at the name. I didn't know I'd lose the name. Rain is washing them off. So this is rotting. So I have to move it. I think I'm going to revisit this bed. So if anybody knows what is happening here, you can let me know. I'd hate to lose these tomatoes. This one is actually okay, the tomato that is. This tomato is what? It's a hybrid. So the hybrid looks okay. Let's see, once it starts blooming, we must get rid of the lower leaves. Right. But that doesn't look so bad. So I don't know why this one is rotting. So I'm gonna have to move it and put it elsewhere. So I need to go and get my tools. Yeah, this thing catches very easily. You guys should know what this is. It smells so nice. Like we use it in soup and stews and so on. But it catches easily, so I don't really want it in this bed. Yeah, smells really nice. And see again this one. Hey, none of the dogs came in here because I don't know why these things are dropping down. This was on the ground a while ago as well. So all of this now I have to go through. Do you for thought? I was reading the scriptures the other day, quite recently. I think I'm gonna have to find the scripture regarding planting. The Bible actually speaks about not mixing plant species, you know. in the same bed. If anyone here knows about that, let me know. And I'm going to look for the scripture because I wasn't weirded out, but it was really shocking to actually read those words in the Bible. No mixing of the species. So actually, if you have a callaloo bed, you should have a callaloo bed. I was thinking of how they actually mix cassava with, maize here. And I was thinking that's probably a very good example of the mixing. I understand the purpose of it, but the Bible actually speaks on mixing plant species. You're not to have the same plant, two different plants in the same bed. So that's food for thought. And kind of a little bit hard to follow if you understand the purpose of why persons do it. When you think about the soil and so on, purpose of it becomes very valid and important. So I think I'm going to do some more research on the biblical aspect of it. Because that now, as I said, it's something that's first time hearing. Anyway, I'm not going to drag this out anymore. I'll see you guys in another video. This is Michelle living in Ghana. We're sharing my garden again and the weather.
Yo, Grayson, what's with you? You look like shit.
Cameron, I saw Clara today at the hospital.
The hospital? What happened? Is she hurt?
She's fine. More than fine, actually.